Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my new office. It is slowly getting ready, and I'm so excited. Also, I have a new microphone. I can do ASMR now. But we're not going to do ASMR now. Or probably ever, I don't know. Let's talk about Hearthstone some more, shall we? This is a kind of a follow-up to my why I don't play Hearthstone on my channel anymore video. I'll put the link to the description and to the cards to the upper right corner of the video. But here's a really short recap of what I said back then. Hearthstone is getting way too expensive to stay in the current meta, as the expansions don't get equal amount of playtime in standard. The value one gets from them isn't the same, even if the price is. The first set of the new year gets the full 2 year of playtime in standard, while the last one only gets 1 year and 4 months, and that kinda sucks. And then there is that whole Hall of Fame thing, in which I'll get back to in a minute. The reason why I'm talking about this now is that the new standard year is just about here, in just a couple of days. Torstai, what the hell are you doing? Don't be there, okay? The Rise of the Shadows comes out in just a couple of days, which marks the turn of the new standard year. Again, we've been promised 3 new expansions and more solo content, but something didn't seem quite right when I read the news. This is what the official statement says. The first solo adventure in the Year of the Dragon launches about a month after the first expansion of the year, kicking off with a free chapter. Players who want to dive even deeper into the story can unlock additional chapters as they're released for 700 gold each, or purchase the entire experience for 19.99. After completing each chapter, you'll earn 3 card packs from the new expansion, and for completing all 5 chapters, you get a card back and a golden classic pack. So basically, this is kind of a return of the paid adventures like Curse of Naxxramas, One Night in Karazhan, etc. Except unlike in those older type of adventures, now you don't get all the expansion cards for completing the adventure. Nope, you'll only get 15 packs total, 3 per 700 gold, and then a bunch of cosmetics. And they actually did do something like this with Knights of the Frozen Throne as well, and I only realized it recently, which kinda annoys me. Why didn't I realize it then? But yeah, I guess I was at a time still a little bit too much of a fan to get really annoyed or even notice the fact that I needed to buy the cards first and then pay separately for the actual adventure. Looking back now, it was a bit of a ripoff, but bygones. We can't do really anything about it now, so moving on. The one thing, the Hall of Fame, the goddamn Hall of Fame, as Blizzard so pompously calls it. That is the thing that actually truly gets to me. I could quote myself right here, and that sucks. Because for gamers like me, who don't have that much money, who don't get paid for playing this game, getting every single combo piece and every single legendary and every single card in general, it's just impossible. So I and many other gamers would invest into 2 or 3 really good cards that they could use in every single deck. You have your Ragnaros, you have your Sylvanas, you have your Azure Drakes. Those were our fallback cards. When we didn't have something more specific, well, we can substitute anything with one of those cards. And then that was taken away because those cards were played too much. Fuck you for that, Blizzard. Since that original Rant, more classic cards have been removed from Standard and more will be removed with the upcoming new year. But that's not all, my friends, oh no! Now they're removing expansion cards ahead of time as well. 2 Witchwood legendaries, Baku the Moon Eater and Gen Greymane, will be out of Standard as well. A full year before Witchwood expansion as a whole should be rolling out. Now, Baku and Gen are both very crucial parts of the even-odd mechanics that the Witchwood expansion introduced us. And with them, other cards utilizing the same mechanics are removed as well. Gloomstack, Black Cat, Glittermoth, Merkspark Eel, they all, in addition to these legendaries, rotate out of Standard a year earlier than they should. And the reason is, again, I quote the official statement, Baku and Gen are powerful cards that have promoted new strategies since their introduction in the metagame. Those strategies have been more prevalent than we'd intended in Standard, and we felt that they might end up overshadowing what we're going to introduce in the Year of the Dragon. Who wrote that statement? Why on earth would you admit to your customers that the next products you are about to release are going to be bad? Because that's what it sounds like. It's exactly what Blizzard is saying here. That they have zero confidence in their own product. That they couldn't come up with any new cards that would fit the even-odd mechanic and possibly expand it. Or that they couldn't come up with any new mechanics or deck concepts that could compete with the even-odd decks that are out there right now. Also, they apparently have no confidence whatsoever in their player base to come up with a new creative way to defeat the even-odd decks. Are you seriously that short-sighted? Like, come on, you should at this point be fully aware of the 2-year cycle. Of course, well, yeah, I could be wrong here. But I honestly have thought up until this point that you'd start designing the new cards and the new expansions well before their release, and you'd actually have time and chance to test the upcoming cards with the ones that will be in Standard at the same time with the new expansion. If that's not the case, if that's not how you design these things, then maybe you should, so you wouldn't have to do things like this. It's the way of the Blizzard. First introduce something awesome, something new, super powerful, and then when people really like it, just nerf the hell out of it until it becomes useless. Except in this case, the powerful mechanic that they introduced is just outright removed from the competitive scene altogether. Biggest thing here for me is that another promise was broken. The rules have changed again. Pray that we don't chase them any further. In addition to being extremely fucking annoying, it breaks the trust that us, the players, have placed on Blizzard. If I'd spent any real money on the Witchwood cards, I would feel really cheated right now. I mean, come on, Blizzard, you were supposed to be the good guys of the AAA companies. What happened? And the thing is, as you repeatedly go back on your word, we can't trust you anymore. Since apparently anything can be rotated out of Standard at any given time, the full dust refund we'll be getting out of the Witchwood cards doesn't really give us much comfort. Yeah, we could use the dust we get from them to create something new, but who knows? Those cards might as well be rotated out of Standard as well in just a couple of months, because now those cards are being played too much. There's no trust left here that I can actually work with the cards that I have in Standard. Of course, the Wild is just a mess and nobody cares what goes on in there, which it's a problem of its own, and I might talk about that sometimes Or not. But yeah, come on. Don't do this. If you set the rules, then follow through. Stick to your word. Is this all because of Activision is taking over? Is it? Because you're losing me, Hearthstone, and I cannot be the only one. And it seems to me that you don't even care. I feel betrayed, and I am just about done with you. And I don't know how to end this rant. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that Hearthstone is in serious decline? I know that a lot of creative people have left Blizzard recently, and it's got to have some sort of impact on the results on the games that we're getting. But am I the only one who feels this way? Have I missed something? Misunderstood completely? Yeah, I don't think I have. But as always, let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this? Are you still hyped for the return of Shadows or Hearthstone in general, or are you as done as I am? So yeah, obviously I will not be using any real money on the upcoming expansions. I'm not sure if I'll even play the next adventure. I might. Or I might not. I will not buy that for actual real life money. That much I know. And now let's just all hope that I don't need to make a third one of these videos. Can we do that, Blizzard? Please? Please? Yeah, I will end this right here. Thank you all so much for watching this. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? As always, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time.